Okay.
All right. Shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites who come every week in and week out. Prophets of the downfall of America, aka Babylon the Great. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kakadash. We want to say double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Will, peace and blessings to the sincere audience push forward in the truth. Out of four corners of the earth, we want to say shalom to you brothers, keep pushing. The GMS line in St. Louis camp. And yeah, just another day out here on the streets of St. Louis, and just gonna go into some current events because as of right now, hey, we in the midst of Jacob's trouble right now. All right, hey, prophecies is rolling. Year 2020, year of prophecy. You know, Trump just gave these governors permission. If the riots don't settle down, you know, you have permission to, well, he's saying, like, I'm basically sending the National Guard. And which we know the National Guard gonna get sent regardless, you know, because the riot's not gonna go down. And we know that the Esau's behind this. You've seen certain videos of, like, the cops putting bricks on the streets, you know, so everything is all set up in order. Because, hey, it probably don't feel like, well, it should feel like it now, but Yahweh Shema Shai hears our prayers. You know, so he's speeding this thing up so we can finally get up out of this damn God-forsaken kingdom. Alright, so I'm gonna start with this. This is Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our face. So now is our salvation nearer than when we believed, right? So our salvation is nearer than when we believed. You know, it kind of just, hey, this year 2020 started off with a straight bang. You know, hey, here it is. You know, you had people that was planning to go to Dominican Republic or the islands to be a hoe, or to, or to find some box to get into. Which it ain't nothing wrong with, you know, finding a woman. I ain't saying that. But the mindset of you jakes is, oh yeah, I'm gonna go out and live my best life. I'm gonna commit adultery. Who cares if she got a man, etc., etc., etc. You know, I'm gonna get more tattoos this year. I'm gonna, you know, try to get that Jamaican cushion, whatever. You know, hey, all those plans got ruined. You know, because hey, the Most High knows that majority of our people don't follow him. You know, so he threw a monkey wrench in your plans. Because, hey, all you people out here, you see the prophets out here teaching the word, but what do? You do nothing. You know, you walk by, you fan your hand, that ain't gonna happen. Y'all been saying that for years. Hey, now look what's happening. You know, now it's a straight uproar of the people. All right, hey, it's no peace coming to America. None, zero. All right, it's only death and destruction that's coming to America.
It's in Matthew 24.
Starting 3.
Verse 3. It said, all therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do. But do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. That's not Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
Right, so yeah, so the disciples came to Yahushua and they was asking him, so what shall be the signs of thy coming and the end of the world? You know? Now this what he said. Read.
He said, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, I am Christ. It says, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
Right, so like that goes to the false prophets, you know, and you know, you had the dude Comfy, the quote unquote God said Comfy, and he dropped dead in 2020, you know. So yeah, that dude was a straight false prophet, saying, "Hey, I'm the God sent comfort." That's straight blasphemy, right there. You know, and he had a lot of followers. You know that goes into all you false prophets, whether you know you Israelite or not. You know, read.
And it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet."
Right. He says wars and rumors of war. You've been hearing about wars with Russia, Syria, Iran for China for years. About decades. Since what, like 2013? Fucking 10 years. All right. Read.
It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places."
Right. It said there shall be a nation shall rise against nation. That's a race war. Like, what do you see now? You know, you got the world in an uproar over the death of George Floyd. All right, the cop kneeling on his neck. Which yeah, that was messed up. You know, our people don't receive no justice. I do agree, but at the end of the day, is what? Hey, it's judgment from Yahweh Shemi Shah, because the Most High controls death and life. Right? It ain't no that was the devil. You're not Christian. That was the devil.
Right,
that was the devil. Nah. I mean, well, yeah, that was the devil. But who does the devil? But who is the devil in subjection to? The Most High.
Right.
You know, the Most High controls who lives and who dies.
Right.
You know, especially you Christian, you give more credit to the devil than you do the Most High. You know, like the Most High, just some nice guy on his throne, and he lost control of it. Get the hell out of here.
Right.
You know, the Most High has complete control over everything and everybody. Right?
Yeah, one of the reasons why you're seeing that kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation, because America has been the top dog for so many years, and now, you know, you're starting to see this internal conflict, and these other nations are taking advantage of it, trying to move in on the chaos, right? Because right now, you got these idiots burning buildings down, burning businesses down.
Yeah.
All right, motherfuckers snatching out ATMs.
The niggas trying to get on the bus with the ATM.
Oh man.
He was trying to, the bus driver close the door, like, no.
He trying to get in there with the ATM.
He told him, no, man, for real. Like, yeah, for real. Like, she can lose her job for that.
Yeah.
Like, letting you on the bus with an ATM. Like, here it is, he's stealing money, he ain't even got stealing a whole ATM, he ain't at least got a card they put it in.
Right.
Trying to get on a public bus, you know, sitting on his phone with the ATM.
It was Jake, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Jake. Who else?
Yep. So all these things, man, are being used to shake up the whole earth, man. Because right now, everybody has access to the world. They can get online, they can get on the gram, they can get on Facebook, YouTube, whatever, and they can see the insurrection that's going on. They can see all the bullshit that's going on. Right? They can see it in real time. You can see the details too. Right? They can see that it's an Israelite who keeps getting killed over and over again. They can see that. Right?
Yeah.
This is the reason why all these other nations are trying to rise up, because they see this place getting weak. Right?
Yeah, right. Because it's weak on the inside. You know, it said, like what the scripture said, "Kingdom divided against itself shall not stand."
That's right.
Right. So how the hell you gonna stand for something, but on the outside? How the hell you gonna, what am I trying to say? How the hell you gonna deflect or have defense against the outside force, and you can't even control the inside? You know, hey, everybody on the inside is segregated. You know.
It said, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Right, so all these beginning of sorrows. It's just the beginning, you know. So then they're gonna deliver us up, you know, because we're gonna be brought before governors, you know, for the testimony of Yahweh Shemi Shah. Hey, Lord willing, I'll make it. Lord willing, you other brothers make it. Lord willing, I hope can't make it.
Right.
You know, because it is only tribulation coming. You know. You can go to Matthew 10. Start at 16.
Matthew 10 and 16.
Uh-huh.
Said, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
Right. So it said he sent us forth in the midst of wolves. You know, as sheep. You know, sheep is a real non-violent, docile animal. You know, serpent is a real cunning, smart animal. So that's how you got to be, especially like when you're dealing with Esau. You know, because hey, we don't have no power in our hand right now to fight against the so-called white man. All right, we don't. You know, hey, when you just gonna realize that you don't have no power, or you don't have no say-so in this system, right? Anybody that does have quote-unquote power, he a sellout. All right, he ain't doing nothing for his people. If you a Jake in this society, you making over $1 million, you sold out. Yeah.
And if you sold out, you really don't have any real power anyway.
Right.
Shit, the reason why, you know, you're able to rise up against somebody else is you have to control some sort of resources, you have to have some sort of army, you have to have some sort of materials, you know, because the army got to eat, they got to drink, they got to do all these things. Hey, and who controls all the resources? Esau.
Right.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It say, but beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles.
All right, so a testimony against them and the Gentiles. You know, that's talking about you natural Gentiles, because you know you had the black woman interviewing I don't know who this guy was. He was I think he was a FBI agent. Okay. Is viewing him like basically saying she was getting to the fact of quote unquote black identity extremists, and you know he didn't want to say it, but she finessed him into saying it. You know, he's saying like, yeah, well the Hebrew Israelites, you know, we don't do groups, we do individuals. She's like, well the KKK, that's a group, right? You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, they watching us. They just don't want to say it. You know, because, you know, Esau trying to be sneaky and all that. You know, but yeah, of course we getting watched. You know, they just ain't built up a case because we non-violent. You know, hey, we make ourselves known, but we not putting our hands on nobody or doing anything that's illegal. All we doing is come out here and teaching. That's it. Hey, this is a spiritual warfare instead of physical. It's gonna get physical, but not now.
It said what? But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour which ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you.
All right, so the Lord gonna put the words in our mouth. You know, hey, when we go up there, just say a prayer and that's it. And have whatever the spirit, whatever type of spirit that Yahweh shall put you in, that's it. Hey, that just goes all about trust, you know, having faith, which majority of you people don't have.
It said, the brother shall deliver up and that's ultimately what a lot of these Christians are, these apologists and shit. You know, they're trying to set us up. They're trying to link us to terrorism. They're trying to make it seem like we're some terrorist organization when all we do is teach the scriptures. And you guys know that we only teach the scriptures. But then, even with that, you got Israelite groups who, for some reason, they put up that they got guns. They put up them at the firing range. So they're trying to play to that, and brothers think, you know, these people might be, you know, took money, you know, for them to even do all that shit, because that's not scripture, that's not in the Bible.
Right.
It said, the brother shall deliver up to The brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child. And the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death.
Right.
And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
Right. So your family members might give you up. Your woman might give you up.
Hell yeah.
Hey, your sons or your daughters might give you up. No, I don't have no kids in this society, but it's a lot of, especially like the apostles and elders, they got children. Some of them probably damn near my age, like at least like 14, 15, maybe they 20 shit.
It says, when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. But verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come.
Right.
And that happened to us before, man. We got persecuted. We were in a different part of St. Louis. We were in U City. All right, they enacted some bullshit ass law so that we couldn't teach there anymore. They basically kicked us out. Because we were raising up hell and bringing out the scriptures. And every day we were down there, somebody was getting cut, with the scriptures.
Yeah.
Every day. All right, matter of fact, multiple people every day were getting cut with the scriptures, so they had to get us out of there.
Yeah.
Right? And people were watching too, man. People were coming through asking questions.
And like that whole U City area, it was owned by Amalek.
Right.
So Amalek was pissed. It's like, hey, Amalek say something, everybody do it.
Exactly.
It is what it is.
It said, the disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household?
All right, so that goes into Lord being persecuted. And what's going to happen to us since we follow the Lord? We going to get persecuted. And that's what's going to happen in this place.
It said, fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light, and what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Right. So hey, we don't fear what Esau can do unto us. We fear the Most High. Because the Most High can bring your worst fear upon you. He can do way worse to you what Esau do. That goes in what I said earlier about our people fearing the devil more than they fear the Most High. Yeah.
When it's talking about hell, it's talking about destruction, right?
Right.
Fear the Most High, because he can bring you back in different states. He can, like the brother said, he can put you in all kind of situations, and hey, all it takes is one bad situation to hit you. They be like, damn, man, you see how vulnerable you are. You see how powerless we are.
Your whole life can be messed up.
Yeah,
that situation.
Absolutely.
Your whole life. Most High can change your life.
You got a lot of chicks who, like they say, it was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, they're doing, 20 years to life or whatever, the case may be, just because, they had the wrong mentality, the wrong situation. It just wasn't the correct. Okay, it wasn't the correct way of doing things, and now now they locked up. Right?
Yeah.
That's an example of that. They said what? Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father? But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear ye not, therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven.
Right. So, hey, Lord willing, hey, when they persecute us, we ain't gonna be like, hey, would you denounce Yahweh? When they be like, you denounce Yahweh, Shah? I'm gonna be like, hell nah. Fuck you, devil. You know? Lord willing.
They say what?
Because, hey, if I could say that, hey, you denounce the Lord, hey, that's your ass.
Yep. That's it.
You know? Because, you know, it's like a woman. It's like you got a woman, but, you know, she want to keep the relationship, or, well, it's like you got a woman, she want to keep the relationship. Don't tell nobody. Why? Because she want to go out and be a hoe. You know, she don't want to be seen with you. She want to hop on the next round. That's hella disrespectful. You know?
That's like you going somewhere with a bodyguard, you know, amongst your enemies, and then you be like, I'm gonna fuck with that nigga. You're like, yeah, that was dumb right there.
Yeah.
you denounce your own protection.
Yep.
Say what? Think not that I am come to send peace on earth, but I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Right. Ooh. Read it again.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
He came not to send peace, but a sword. So, like, what do you mean the coronavirus is going to stop in Jesus' name? You know? Coronavirus is getting worse, but this quote-unquote pandemic and, well, just the world period is getting worse and worse and worse.
Right.
You know, as the days go by. You know, like, you got people, and, you know, you got Negroes still making fucking plans. When this is over, I'm going to do et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. How do you know it's going to be over? You know, like, how do you know what you're going to do? The scriptures even talk about that. Say, Lord willing, when you try to plan to do something. You know, but America just got you, especially you Jake, so damn spoiled. You think that everything all good, and you so protected. And the Most High gonna show you that you're not protected. You know, he gonna show your ass that he not with you. You know, it's not gonna be no damn Cardi B. You know, remember when they said something about Cardi B? She doing that interview. She's like, Jesus loved me. You know, hey, Jesus gonna show you how much he love your ass. But the Lord, I should say, the Lord gonna show you how much he love your ass. You know, don't let your ass get blindsided, hit with a sucker punch.
Say, if I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
Right, so man's foes shall be they of his own household. Shit, I got nothing but enemies in my household. But not my current household, but my previous household. Shit, even my woman, my enemy. Like, she can turn on me. You know? But, hey, go ahead. Yeah, because all of our family members came up against us. Fathers, sisters, brothers, mothers, aunts, uncles, etc. Cousins. Your favorite cousin, don't believe what you believe. You know, he's still thinking he gonna go to get his master's degree or some bullshit like that. You know, he still think he gonna find a wife, get married or whatever. This place is done. Hey, if you ain't got, if you're an Israelite woman, hey, if you ain't got no man right now, shit, you probably not gonna get one.
We'll see.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10.
We shall see. Yeah, because it does say, 7 women are gonna try to grab hold of one man. So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It might be a last minute ordeal, but if you, like the brother said, if you really are a sincere sister, you're gonna be with a man of the Lord 9 times out of 10.
Oh yeah.
Somebody who believes. It says, and does talk about, setting a man's household against him, but the scriptures also say, what, a man's enemies, when a man's ways please the Lord, will make his enemies to be as peaceful. So, we might not necessarily see eye to eye with your family, but you can still be at peace. You can still go to little family events or whatever, but at the end of the day, you have your mission, and then, they have, what they want to do. They have their life to fulfill too.
Yeah.
I said, what? And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward, and he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward.
Right, and it goes into the friends of the prophets. You got the friends of the prophets, the people that help the prophets. Hey, your mother, she give you some food or some water, hey, that's a blessing unto her. Especially after the truth. Because there's some mothers that kicked them out. Right? They kicked them out of the house. Right. And that's a curse unto her. Or them. There's something burning. They probably burning down something. Damn riots out here.
Let's say,
should be it.
I got one more. It said, whosoever shall give to drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward.
Right. Especially after teaching. Because right now it's 90 degrees. Hey, we in the shade. It's still hot. Nevertheless. Hey, so somebody give us a cup of cold water. Hey, that's a blessing unto them. And we have people that do that, or at least offer.
Right.
So that's a blessing unto them. It's Second Edges 9:1 reads, he answered me then and said, measures out the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest parts of the sign pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which is made. Alright, so
Like it. Hey, we're seeing, what are we seeing, man? You're seeing the plagues all over the earth. Like brothers, like we just read, we're seeing the sword in its many forms, whether it be plague, whether it be famine, whether it be the actual gun, which that's just the modern day sword, sword being a destroying weapon. All of these are examples of the highest visiting the earth, right? Bringing plagues down upon the wicked.
Verse 2. Matter of fact, I already read that. Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shall thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
That's right. And everything, because people ask us, why you guys reading out the Bible? This book is old. It's outdated. No, it's prophecy. All these things had to come to pass, all right, in a certain amount of time. And everybody, that's what everybody wants to know, man. Let's see, what date is this going to happen? What time is this going to happen? When is this going to take place? Everybody wants to know all the details. That's what the scripture tells you. Right? It doesn't give you an exact date. You have to observe. You have to be watching.
It says, I think I was in verse 4. Let me just read it again. It said, then shall thou well understand that the Most High
I'm gonna show the camera that let's say a curfew has been set, if y'all can see that, from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. tomorrow. So they broadcast.
That's about an hour.
Yeah. about we got a couple hours.
Back in 2nd Ezra 9. He said, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world had the beginning and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. Right, so if I can say something, so that's how you're gonna be saved, is by your faith and your works. You know, like they both are intertwined. You can't have one without the other. You know, that's right. Verse 8 it says, shall be observed from the said pearls, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Then shall I be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
Right. Like you got people come up here fan their hand, they spend an hour asking questions, we answer all the questions through the scriptures. You know, that's still spite, that's still, you know, whatever. I don't know what you're talking about. And you start to ask them questions out the book, they don't know. So that means they're playing games.
Right, like the one dude that came up here, Dreads. He sat up here and talked to us for what, about 3 hours?
About 3 hours. About 3 hours.
And he didn't receive nothing. Nothing. I mean, if that was the case, he could have kept walking. You know? And it just goes to show you that this thing is spiritual. You know? Like this truth, it draws all type of different spirits. You know, why? Because this is a light. You know, it's like moth to a flame.
Okay.
You know, you got different type of critters and creeping things that come over here.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. We tried to basically, to sum it up, we tried to explain to him, you want as much work and faith as possible. But he just couldn't seem to grasp hold of it.
He kept trying to talk about the us, like, I want mixed fabrics, but
Over-righteous.
he eat the damn pork sandwich.
Yeah.
You know, they talk, nah, this chicken. That was a damn pork sandwich. Yeah, pork. Yeah, so when the hell was chicken bread looking like salami?
Nah.
Hell, chicken bread, bro.
Game plan, man. And that's why, you know, you get mad sometimes with Jake, but then you understand, like the brother just said, it's spiritual, man. Some people are just not set up to be able to receive it, all right? And if you are set up to be able to receive it, what you gonna do? You're gonna listen, you know, you're gonna look up things, you're gonna study, search things out, and then you'll understand, all right? Which, you know, with our people, we're very impulsive, you know what I'm saying? That's what Jake do, man. They know something, a little something, they get impulsive, you know. Hey, we've all done it, but that's a habit, you know what I'm saying? Going back to ancient men that you have to kick, you have to get away from.
Our people been beat down in such a low estate and not knowing nothing. You know, Jake learned a little bit of knowledge, you know, he run with it. Whether they be wicked or righteous. It says, back in 2nd Ezra 9 and 10, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law, while they had get liberty.
Just say they've received benefits and not known me.
Right.
Yeah. You got Jake who win the lotto. You got Jake who, you know, the Lord will bless them with a gift, a talent, or you know, maybe your grandmother leave you, you know, a little inheritance or something. The Lord will bless you in some way. But then rather than seeking him and giving that thanks to him, now people are just taking and run with it. Look, right? It is what it is. I got lucky. Nah, it ain't no luck, man. The Lord bless you. Right? You didn't acknowledge him.
Hey, and the Lord take offense to that. And it's like your father gets you a gift, and like let's say hypothetically speaking, he buy you some clothes and a video game system. Now you didn't even say thank you. Like, is he gonna give you something else? No. No. Matter of fact, shit, he might take your shit away. You know, you got a lot of jakes that have money, then they just lose their shit.
Oh yeah. And that's a lot of times, that's why. They didn't want to consider the Lord. That there was a Lord that blessed them with it. All right? They splurged, they got into the wrong shit, they got into women. It's all kind of reports online from whatever NBA player or whatever Jake. They'll finally get up there, and then they're not there on YouTube. I blew 30 million. Like MC Hammer, I don't know how many millions he blew, but he blew a lot of millions.
Shit.
I want to say 40. He blew a lot of millions. I know that. He blew the millions.
They make jokes about him now.
Yeah.
MC Hammer, bro.
Yeah.
They make jokes. Hey, the Lord shames you.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell you blow 40 million? Some people won't even see that kind of money in their lifetime. 40 million? You know what you can do with 40 million? You can live good. Shit. hey, if I get 40 million, none of the brothers in my camp would have to work again. None of us should work. We'll all live right by each other.
I'll probably still, do something. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You help the brotherhood out. Man.
Yeah, I send tights,
Yeah.
I keep money for, brothers in need.
Absolutely.
Hey, because one team, one fight.
That's right.
Because, we not segregated how like you Negroes are. You like in these different protests, you got LGBTQ, possibly P. You got Israelites out there. You got conscious community people out there. You got distraught black women out there. Speaking up. Just complete madness. Ain't nobody in order. Because our people are sheep. They need a leader. You go into the history of the scriptures. The Lord always set up a leader to lead our people out of captivity. Hey, look, you have multiple leaders now. It's not just one, multiple. Because all the prophets are back now, and they lots. So now you really don't have no damn excuse now.
That's right. You mentioned Jake with protests. You got Antifa people, you got undercover police and federal agents among them.
That too.
You got all kind of shit amongst them, man. People, they caught them on camera. They go over there and burn, knock the windows out of that, doing that kind of shit.
Yeah, you had a cop. He was, he was wearing all black with the umbrella.
Yeah. The AutoZone guy,
yeah. Busting out window. And I had the Jake come up. Hey, that was all set up. And they was asking, hey, are you a cop? You a cop? So Jake wasn't stupid.
So this is the real protest right here, right? And that's why we know that this is the truth, right? Because ultimately, it's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai that decides who gets to be in this, right? That's something that we've never had before, right? The Heavenly Father to actually be over something, put his name on, because ultimately he put his name on this particular business. He put his name on what we're doing, right? And he gave us his name, right? And then he put our name back on us, Israel. Right?
getting shot, rubber pellets and all that, like showing their face, like getting stitches. And we ain't gotta do none of that. Hey, the Most High made it easy for us.
That's right.
You know? He made it real simple and easy. You know, hey, and we've been protesting for years. Apostle El's been protesting for 30 plus years. You know? So like, hey, so what's gonna happen after the protest? I mean, well, we know that this probably might be it. But what have you so-called Negroes done in the past? After Mike Brown, after Oscar Grant, after who else?
It's so many of them. It's so many of them. Trayvon Martin.
Yeah, Eric Gardner. Yeah. What do? You protest, you mess up your own neighborhood, and you go back doing the exact same thing that you was doing before. Wickedness. You did not learn your lesson. Right?
And if anything, like in Ferguson now, what did they do? They built like a Starbucks, they built some other shit, and then what happened? They gave all them jobs to Esau. You go into Starbucks, which they built for Ferguson and Mike Brown, and it's all Edomite dykes in there. Right? They had like a job fair after that shit. I took my brother up there to the job fair that they had for that. It was all Edomites standing in line. I'm like, damn. All of the benefits and the federal resources which they claimed that they were going to give out because of that stuff, they went right back to Esau. And they knew exactly what they was doing. All right, that's why the scriptures say what? We don't trust in the creature, we trust in the creator.
Alright, just a little bit more. Back in 2nd Ezra 9, verse 11, it says, "And they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. And therefore be not thou curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created."
There you go. Inquire not, because hey, the scriptures do tell us many ways of destruction, man. And it said the Lord is the King of terrors.
Yeah.
He said He's the King. So there's many ways He can get you. There's many ways that these people are gonna get got. All right. What's that movie? Final Destination. You know, they was going from one destruction to the next to the next. It was the Lord, that death angel, which was set up for him. He was coming with all kind of angels to take them out. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen to the wicked. So it's gonna be death by pain.
Right. Yep.
So hey, our main focus is how we gonna get out of here, man. That's salvation. We ain't got time to, let's go over here across town and watch this we ain't got time for that. We worried about our salvation, man, because our salvation is nearer than ever. We worried about that one.
Right. We not worried about how you scoffers gonna get judged. No, we just worried about how we gonna get saved, because y'all gonna get judged regardless.
That's right.
You don't believe in this truth, hey, death is coming to you.
That's right.
There's no way to sugarcoat that. All right, the Lord is gonna destroy you. Chapter 15.
Say measure 15? Yeah. I can take that. Cut it short. 2nd Ezra 15, I guess I can start from the top. They say what? Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people. It said, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Right. So like words of prophecy, they're written in paper. You know, everything not hidden. It's all in this book right here. It's published. You can get this book. You can order it off Amazon. You can order it off eBay. You can go to Walmart and get a Bible. Christian bookstore and get a Bible. You know, it don't matter. All right. Everything not a secret no more. That's why the scripture say, "Blessed is he that readeth." You know, but you jakes don't. You don't read. Don't read. What's up? I thought he salute me. He was hitting the bug or something. Yeah, anyway.
Don't call him.
I know, I ain't gonna call him. I'll call his ass over. But yeah, like I was saying was, you know, hey, you jakes, you don't read. Like here it is, you know, our people fought, you know, just to learn how to read and write, because you know, reading is the key to learning. You know, but nowadays our people don't read worth nothing, especially our women. You know, they you know, and if they do read something, they read bullshit, like them damn love sex books and all that. Folly. They're not reading the scriptures.
They say, "Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness."
Right. Let not the incredulity means unbelief. For all the unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness. So that right there should tell you how you shouldn't worry about these people that don't believe. You know, because they're not set up to receive it. You know, because the Lord blinded their ears. Right?
They say what? Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
All right, so the plague, sword, famine, death, and destruction. All right, you got a food shortage now. You know, you had the one Israelite woman that was saying America isn't receiving imports. You know, like the imports from different countries that come from, like, especially like China and all. They damn near everything made in China nowadays.
That stuff is shrinking.
Right. Yeah, like the I don't know what they call it. I wouldn't say pallets, but I'd say what do they call it?
The containers. That's basically what it is. They stack all the containers up.
Yeah. Right. So like all those imports are coming in by ship, you know, into our country, and it's a shortage on that. But you know, they not gonna tell you, you know. It's gonna pretty much just be like a sucker punch for when this stuff happens. You know, because because you just want to make it seem like everything okay, everything's fine, don't worry. No, nah, everything not fine. Read.
So for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching the wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
We complaining continually, right? Because you wickedly exercise. There's all type of videos on like World Story Hip Hop about the wickedness that you jakes partake in. You know, like these social media websites. You know, like a nigga pop another man's woman. I seen some shit like that. Like it was a nigga recording another dude popping somebody else's wife. Man, that's wicked as hell. That's wicked that you watching another man right in front of you, you know, get it on with a woman. And not only that, you know, it's somebody else's wife, but she on the phone with her man. She talking some he asked him, he like, what you doing? She like nothing, chilling. She can't even talk because she moaning and all that. You know, it's wicked as hell. And this nigga, give him 5 and stuff. You know, that's the type of culture that our people are into nowadays. You know, that's what black culture is, being an adulterer or a homosexual, getting tattooed all over your body. Go ahead, man.
It said, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Right. The Lord said He would not suffer us to dwell in the land of Egypt. Alright, where we dwelling now? We dwelling in the New Egypt, aka Babylon, aka Rome, aka all these wicked kingdoms. You know, all roll into one. You know, because we still here. Our feet is right on the pavement. We here in our captivity still. Go ahead, bro.
It said, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it.
Right, it says Egypt shall mourn. You know, Egypt is mourning right now. Hey, it ain't nothing peaceful coming to the streets or coming to this place. Coronavirus, like none of that is not gonna end. It's gonna get worse. Like we was telling you. Now it's finally happening. Now y'all scared now. You know? Idiots. Go ahead.
He said, what? They that till the ground shall mourn, and for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail and with a fearful constellation.
Right, it says their seeds shall fail. You know, you got the farmers they gotta like dump millions of gallons of milk and euthanize their crops because the crops is going bad, and you know, because of the quote-unquote COVID-19, many other different reasons as well. You know, why this prophecy, all that.
Yep, you got the floods that were going on. You had a lot of flooding going on.
Yeah, that too.
You had a lot, like the brother said, they had to kill thousands and thousands of pigs and cows and all these different animals. They had to put them down because they couldn't guarantee, you know, that even if they sold them off, they couldn't guarantee that they could sell them because a lot of the factories which process those meats got shut down. A lot of those Tyson and different other packing plants, they're getting shut down too. So coming up shortly, they're talking about there's going to be a big shortage on meat, which, you know, it wouldn't be a bad thing for us because too much meat makes you sick, especially the chemicals and shit that they put in the meat that we get. Right. They say what? Hey, even worldwide, they're talking about those locusts that were in Ethiopia. Now they've spread all the way to India.
Yeah.
They spread all the way to fucking India. They say what? Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right, so it says one people shall stand up and fight against another. That's a damn race war. Right, now, only that, but you got Edomites is coming against the system as well. Because they know that the system is BS. It is all to benefit the elites. You know, the elites and them and them only. Right? You had Edomites go up in the state of Michigan with AR-15s, you know, a handgun,
The Michigan militia.
handguns, all that. But it's not as bad as the quote-unquote protest, is it? No. Why? Because we know that it's set up. You know?
And Esau didn't call them terrorists.
Right.
And that's the Michigan militia. They trained the guy who did the Oklahoma City bombing. They trained that guy. Shit, I actually been up there, and the guy who was training me to drive, he's actually from, you know, Michigan and Detroit in that area. So he was showing me, you know, the different spots where they are. You know, and all up there, it's nothing but cold forest up there. So all they do is train.
Yeah.
They got, got time and land and money.
You know, Esau love that forest, love the wilderness, so he just go out there and just shoot shit, practice.
Absolutely.
You know. Go ahead.
It said because of their pride. Because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Right. And because of their what?
Because of their pride.
Right, because of their pride. You know, like here it is. Hey, it's nothing for none of us to be proud about. Now, especially if you're an Israelite, with like the type of oppression and slavery and beaten down that we faced. You know, the only thing we can be proud about or boasting is how about Shemi Shah. That's it. Not ourselves. You know how Jake like to say. I was talking to Jake a few years back. I wasn't in the truth, but I had a zeal. I knew that the Most High controlled everything. Jake can tell you, how we got out of a jam. I did this on my own. You know, I did for my own way. So I'm like, nah, it's not your own, bro. It's not your own. I don't know where they do that nowadays. I don't know where yet.
What we're seeing right now, man, they just had 4 cops who got shot. That's the story they released, all right? Especially here in proud-ass St. Louis with these proud-ass Edomites, all right?
Yeah.
Running around and shit. Proud fucking devils. They say what? A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but he shall destroy the houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Lack of bread. Like we said, hey, it's not gonna be no food out here. You know, hey, cause like that little test run that Esau did. Like remember, like when they had like the COVID-19 was first getting out of hand. They had to start the social distancing in stores. Man, you people rush there to get the damn toilet paper, hand sanitizer, water. You trampling elderly people. To get in there. Hey, y'all was tripping. It didn't happen. Y'all was tripping. Just imagine when it ain't nothing out here. Because you Americans is so comfortable. If you just get a little bit out of comfort, then you just go nuts. Just a little bit.
They said, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. They said, what? Behold, saith the Most High, will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them.
That's talking about the elect. The children of Israel, but particularly the elect. Read.
It said, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also. I do also, and recompense in their bosom, thus saith the Most High.
Recompense in their bosom. Hey, all these atrocities that you committed to our people, hanging them, lynching them, burning them, lying on them, cheating them out of money, breaking treaties with them, that same thing gonna be done unto you. Particularly, mainly you Edomites, but all you other nations, and you Moabites, we gonna be like, hurry up and buy to y'all. That's right. But y'all gonna willingly give us y'all money, and y'all best looking daughters and all that. Or give your son, you want your son to work for me.
Yeah, because once they brought it out, what they were doing in China, how they were persecuting against. I couldn't tell if it was Jake or if it was Ham or whatever, but they were persecuting against people that kind of look like us, dark-skinned people. Then I noticed when these Chinese businesses and shops, they start closing up fast, and some of them they have been open in a few months.
Right.
So hey, the Lord sees everything. He said, "What? My right hand shall not spare the sinners; my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon earth."
Right. Like, who are the sinners? The sinners are the Israelites. Because the Israelites are the only one that can sin. Because the Most High gave us the laws, the covenant. So we the only ones that can break the laws. Alright? And, just go back to like what you said that was going on in Wuhan, China, whatever. Like, here it is, Moab was the face of COVID-19. Now all of a sudden, magically, it's Jake.
Jake, right?
Like, what the hell? Like, here it is, like you Moabites are getting discriminated against. Now all of a sudden it's Tyrone, getting discriminated against. Yeah, man, that's wicked as hell. Hey, that's why the Lord gonna jack you heathens up.
That's right.
Because you do all type of undermining, wicked stuff to His chosen.
Those stones try to hide your hand.
Yeah.
They say what? The fire has gone forth from His wrath and have consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like a straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children from the power, defile not my sanctuary.
Hey, you see this? How many Jakes that walk past? Roll past in cars? Hundreds.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands, really.
Yeah.
So we out here every week. That's 52 days a year. Shit. Hundreds of cars roll past every time.
Right. Not only that, you got the internet too.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like,
millions.
it ain't
Maybe millions.
millions.
They say what? I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children from the power, defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against Him, and therefore delivereth He them unto death and destruction.
Right. So He's gonna deliver you unto death and destruction. Right, he doing it now. Like, His chosen, the man that He don't want to die in this, and He don't want them to die in this this crisis is going on in America. And He gonna keep you separate. And that's what the word holy means, separate. Right. Hey, you wanna riot? Hey, do you? But hey, we don't condone rioting or none of that. Like, what the hell did George Floyd got anything to do with you getting a damn pair of Nikes? Ain't got nothing to do with it. You just a real materialistic person. So you're using the riots just to go fulfill your lust. You just, hey, I'm riding. I might as well just go and get a PlayStation, or get some, etc. Whatever you Jake's into. Video games, hoes, and shoes.
And it came out that he was actually an adult film. He did adult films or whatever. So he wasn't necessarily innocent. That's what it said. No man perish being innocent.
Are you talking about George Floyd?
Yeah.
Like, so you saying like he was an actor?
In adult films.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
They say.
Oh yeah, hey, man, hey, and that pornography stuff, man, that stuff wicked as hell. That's wicked. Doing all type of abominable acts. Doing all type of orgies and probably homosexuality too.
shit, you letting men sit there and film you butt ass naked. You know, that's some gay shit.
That's off.
Yeah, that's gay.
Yeah.
No,
Or you and a Jake tag team.
yeah, that's some funny
That's some sodomite shit.
That's what Benjamin was doing back in
Billy.
right, the sons of
Sons of Billy.
the sons of Bilal. And then the guy gave him his prostitute and said they brought folly into Israel because they dealt with her all night. In the morning she dropped in.
Yeah. So you know what they was doing with him.
Yeah. And they ran him. And the Lord fucked up Benjamin for that. Killed him off to a few men.
Right. It was only what, like 500 of them left?
Okay, God. I don't remember the number off the top of my head. Yeah, that sounds right.
That's nothing. That's what a neighborhood.
Right. God, let's say what? For now the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them, for the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him.
You sinned. You broke the law. All right. So how was the law done away with? That the Lord said, He gonna judge you for your sins.
That's right.
And like we know, sin is transgression of the law. You Christian, you pretty much ran out of gas. You know, like with this whole scoffing thing. You know, like the only one that's still going is probably vocab. That's it.
He's running out of gas.
I mean, he just came up to the Dallas camp.
No, that's an old.
That's an old one.
That's an old one. Yeah. But he tried to edit it and put 30 minutes when they was out there for like 3 hours. If you go to their channel,
right,
they got the full clip, and he was getting cut for 3 hours.
Man, he got straight demolished.
Yeah.
I mean, like I don't know how. Like he played so many semantics, man.
Yeah.
Like he don't never want to answer the brother's question. And then like the brothers is so humble they'll still answer his question. Then they ask him a question he won't answer.
Yeah.
So hey, fuck you, vocab alone.
That's right. This episode of that then goes into the Assyrians and the Carmanians.
Yeah, you can go to start at 16, chapter 16.
God. Second Ezra 16 and 1. It said, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia, woe be unto thee, Egypt and Assyria. Gird up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair, bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand.
Right, and that's talking about like those are the main superpowers right now. Babylon, which is America, Syria, that's quote unquote the Middle East. Northern Middle East. What is it, Asia?
Asia.
Yeah, so hey, what happened in Wuhan and hey, you groups discriminated against our people, telling us, now it's you that got the COVID-19. Yeah, that's talking about y'all. Go ahead.
I said, what? Gird up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair, bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand.
Your destruction is at hand. Read.
A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood?
The answer is hell no. Hey, and the longer that lion hungry, you within 30 feet of your ass, you done. Shit, you done. you dinner. Good.
May anyone quench the fire in stubble when it have begun to burn?
Nope.
May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer?
Nope.
The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
Right.
A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it?
That's right. And what's that fire? That nuclear destruction.
That's right.
Now you got the spiritual fire, because like the spirit get riled up. You know, how, like they show you in the cartoons, like that.
Yeah.
What y'all doing?
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's going on?
Isaiah.
Right.
I passed by and I see y'all. Just kind of curious to see what just like what y'all had going on.
Talking about, we the Israelites.
Israelites. Okay.
Yeah.
Right on, brother.
Do you know you Israelite?
Yeah, I do actually, but I mean, like, to explain that to the world is kind of hard. You know what I mean? But I was trying to see like how y'all were like speaking to the people on it, because not everybody understands from like the silver lining of perspective when it comes to how to communicate with people. You know what I mean? And because I could say I'm a Christian or whatever, you know, to somebody else, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, so you're, you know, goody." No, I realized that, you know what I mean, some people have came before me and like died for my right to be here.
Understand?
But how y'all, you know, going about it? I'm just curious.
We just teach, and whoever comes up, you know, we'll break it down to them. You know, if you have questions, you know, because hey, we reasonable men up here.
Right, you gotta do.
Yeah, we not gonna just judge off of skin color or
right, exactly.
Or just point. You know, I mean, have we done that? Yeah.
Right.
It all depends.
Yeah.
It all depends about the spirit. You know,
right.
We just go off the spirit.
Exactly.
You know what
okay.
I mean?
All right. So what's your name, brother?
What's up, bro? I'm Shaman.
Shaman.
Yeah.
Shaman and
Dawda.
You here you hear the kind of record what's going on downtown?
okay. Yeah.
That's what
It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. Like we can use our voices a lot better than that. You know what I mean? As far as like realizing like how to like yeah. So. But yeah, I just kind of want to stop to see what, you know, just what y'all doing, because I see y'all, you know what I mean, portraying a religion. You know, and would you call it a religion?
Yeah.
No, it's a we believe it's a nationality.
It is.
We believe that we go back to the Israelites in the Bible.
Right.
We bring out the history and the prophecy and all those things.
Right. Nah, trust me. Yeah. Everybody in my family they all have biblical names. My first and middle name is Isaiah David. I'm also an artist, a producer, songwriter. So, you know, that's how I kind of like portray my message, like through like the word. I mean, because first there was the word, realizing that like that's the importance of understanding how to communicate. So I just wanted to stop and see how y'all was, you know, communicating to the public who may look at y'all and be like, oh, they're just really religious. You know, no, that there's a deeper meaning behind that word, that frequency.
Quote unquote, like a radical extremist or something like that.
Well, yeah, no, I didn't feel that energy like when I passed by. After just looking at y'all, you know, your posture, the way you communicate physically versus verbally. Because more people listen with their eyes than they do their ears. So it's like, you know, just realizing that, like, I realized that like y'all didn't pose any threat. Y'all were not here, you know what I mean, like with a megaphone being extra loud and like this is the. And I've seen that. I've seen that in Colorado. I used to live, Florida. People out there just, you know, with the Bible, just like, you will repent. No, that's not how you go about it.
Yeah.
You want to listen, you're going to listen.
Exactly. But like, if you don't mind me asking, one question, like what's like one of the main like scriptures that you guys turn to kind of try to like open the door for people who don't know about, you know, Israelites and like, you know, understanding like, you know, like how Christianity even came about, where it really derives from. Like, for example, like one of my favorite scriptures I like to tell people, just kind of like almost kind of deter their interest in Christianity, more so towards like the truth, which is in Revelations it talks about like what color Jesus was, a skin of amber, a hair of wool, fire red eyes. But yet, whatever, you know, in mostly predominantly churches that, you know, in America, or, you know, there's a white, blonde hair, blue-eyed Jesus. So it's like just kind of letting them know that. I mean, like, what's one of your?
I mean, like that's the start as far as like the real color of the Messiah.
Right.
You know, because like the world portrays him as white.
Right.
You know, according to the scripture, that's just not true.
But
you know, like we ain't got our signs out here today.
Oh,
you know,
sure.
yeah, because one of the brothers didn't show up. But,
yeah.
But still, though, it's all the same in the Bible.
Let's see, I'm gonna get to this Jeremiah 17:4 because there's many scriptures, but we do have certain things that are pillar scriptures.
Right.
They say, and thou even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Right. So
that's
right. So yeah, we said. Well, your question was how can we open up the door? So that right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because we discontinued from our heritage, right?
Yeah.
You know, our heritage was beat out of us. We didn't know what language we spoke. We didn't know what tribe
Right.
or what our nationality was. None of that. It said, and we shall serve our enemies in the land that we know not.
Right. Exactly.
You know. So yeah, that's what happened to the Southern Kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, Levi. But you know, you had our brothers that was already over there. Quote unquote Native Americans.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Seminole Indians, Taino Indians.
Yeah. Just all native.
Aztec.
Yeah.
You know, which those are names that was put on them.
Yeah.
But we know biblically they the tribe of Reuben, tribe of Gad,
Yeah.
tribe of
Oh, okay. I see.
Ephraim. You familiar with the 12 tribes?
Yeah. Of Israel.
Yeah, Judah, Benjamin, Levi,
Yeah.
Simeon.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, et cetera, et cetera.
I got another.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I got another one for you. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Here's another one. It said, "The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships."
Okay, so it says with what?
With ships.
Right, with ships. The word Egypt comes from the Greek word Egyptos, which means bondage.
Yeah.
Right. So now, what nationality people came over here on slave ships?
Right.
We did.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of real simple.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, if the Lord don't want you to get it, you ain't gonna get it.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, that's why it's like I always try to find a silver lining. I mean, like that's one thing because there's so many different like belief systems that are out there, but there has to be like that silver lining.
Yeah, there's the one main, the truth.
But it's trying to find like the different vibrations, whether we're speaking English or German or whatever language, to be able to be still like portray like that silver lining and like let them know that there's like there's one force. You know what I mean? We all have the energy to be, to use that force for good or bad. That's how I feel, anyways. That's how I communicate, like just through my music as an artist. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a mainstream like rapper. I'm like like
I agree.
Gangsta rapper.
Hey, right. The scriptures tell you that music carry different vibrations. Music can carry a wicked vibration.
Yeah.
It can carry a righteous vibration.
Exactly.
It all depends on what you use it for, right?
Yeah, but like not people even like. We live in a world where more people listen, like I said, more people listen with their eyes than they do their ears. So they see y'all on the street or they watch a future Lil Wayne music video and like, oh yeah, that's a cool beat, but really they're being programmed subconsciously with symbolism and certain other, aspects that kind of control. So it's like, but no, I respect y'all for sure for like being out here and like being about your belief as creation of God. I mean, like, salute, my brother, salute, salute. For real. Because that's a good thing to see, especially after the stuff that's happened last night. I'm not from this area. I was born in St. Louis, but I grew up down in Farmington, down in the sticks. I heard of Farmington, Missouri. Yeah. I'm down there and do some country stuff. My boots and jeans, building houses and stuff. And I'm up here DJing weddings and performing at pops and all types of stuff. So I'm doing a little bit of everything. Like
I got you, bro.
Able to transition really easy through like both worlds.
You got a channel, a vlog channel?
Yeah. I don't have anything on YouTube yet, but you guys can look me up on like basic platforms, Facebook, IG, Isaiah David.
I got you, bro.
But I'm on Spotify, iTunes too. So as far as my music and stuff. So.
I do that, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, hey, yeah, for real. Yeah, y'all look me up. We connect maybe again in the future. Any of y'all fuck with music and like that? Y'all know some music a little bit?
I mean, I
beats or something on the side.
Heck yeah. I listen to music, but I don't make music.
Oh, okay. Well, still.
Yeah, this is the only song I know how to sing.
Right, no, I feel you, brother. That's what I'm saying. That's the word. That's why I started off writing first, before making beats. And I realized it, like I knew that my words would live longer than me. You know what I mean? Versus like a snappy, cool beat, hip hop beat with some, evil music behind it, or some, just like
the lyrics.
Yeah,
because majority of music nowadays is trash.
It is. You already know.
Like, come on now, Percocets.
Yeah, Molly Percocets. Yeah, come on, man. It's like, that's...
You know how many people dying because of drug overdose nowadays?
Right. And the same artist that's promoting that ain't even really doing that. Ain't really living that.
It's all a part of the...
Selling death.
It's all a part of agenda.
Let's see, that's written in here too. It's Ecclesiastes 12 and 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets. It's talking about here in America, the things that are about to happen. When the sound of the grinding is low.
Right. It says the sound of the grinding is low. Like grinding, it just means work.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
the businesses. I like, how we say, oh yeah, I've been on my grind.
Yeah.
Right. So like look at that, boarding up businesses and all that.
Yeah.
Probably to protect against the protesters.
Right.
And the agents too.
Right. You already know.
But yeah.
You already know, brother.
And he shall rise up.
Right.
And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all of the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Right. Yeah. Nowadays, music ain't really talking about nothing for real.
Right.
You know, like I find myself going to like older music, and like going back to like when music was more pure and spiritual.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of like just being.
Enriching.
Yeah, cause like when you come into the truth, you know, like that like you don't really want to even listen to that type of stuff.
Exactly.
Like I can't, like me as a believer, I can't listen to no Percocets like
Right.
drug.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I get that.
that's,
You know, and
that's
it's
not
like,
gonna work for me.
Chewy came a long way from Grandmaster Flash. Was it? He said, "Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge." You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to lose my head. You know what I mean? It's like a jungle sometimes. How you wonder. Like, and now we come into some this new age, just like just selling death and just poison. It's sad, but that's what we is. But I'm glad I could see some brothers out here. You know what I mean? That are out here really like teaching life. You know, spreading life. You know what I mean, spreading light. Cause you know however you want to put it, I know people that, you know, I've asked, like, what do you think you were before you were here? You know, they'd be like, oh, I was living a whole other life in Vietnam, boom, 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 I was in this world. Nah. The majority of people I've asked that, they've always said it was just a peaceful abyss of darkness. You know what I mean? Because out of light comes darkness. Darkness was here first, and if people can't even, like, you know what I mean? I kind of apply that to, like, your guys' message as far as these people that, you know, Israelites were here first. You know what I mean? You know,
and like I say, I don't mean to cut you off, but like we can combat that. Because according to the scriptures, there's such thing called reincarnation. You believe in that?
I do to an extent, but that's because I feel like the silver lining, I would say, like, because of how whatever we want to be here in this realm, in this world, will determine where we're going to end up in the next. So it's like, if you believe you're going to be a blade of grass, that's where you're going to be. Like, if you believe you're going to be a rapper in this world, that's where you're going to be.
If I can say, from what you did in your past life determines your life now.
Right.
Like, so that's why you see like some people that come out blind, quote unquote, handicapped, because they did something in their past life. Like the scriptures even talk about that. Go to 2 John 9. Yeah. It's all in the scriptures.
You're talking about
yeah, St. John 9. Are you familiar with the Apocrypha?
What?
You familiar with the Apocrypha?
Apocrypha?
Yeah, it's the Apocrypha just means hidden.
Oh,
yeah, like
just like all the books that they're taking out of the Bible.
Books that was taken out. Yeah.
This is John 9:1 though. It said, as Jesus will say, Jesus passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth.
Right, he said he saw a man that was blind from his birth. Read. And
his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?
Right, he said, who did sin, this man or his parents? Right, so how do you sin if you're not born yet?
Right.
So he either had sin in the past life or his parents committed some kind of sin.
Okay.
You know? Go ahead.
And Jesus answered, neither hath this man sinned.
It could have been a generational curse too.
Right.
But yeah, that's what they was asking. But this is what the Lord said.
He said, neither hath this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of the Most High should be made manifest in him. I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work.
Right. So it says, his people didn't sin or he didn't sin. Like the whole purpose of it being blind was just to heal him right then and there.
I see. Yeah, and that's it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm glad y'all hit those points. Though. Those are real points, for real. But no, I'm glad I got a chance to speak. You know, with two brothers I never met before. But you know what I'm saying. Thank you for your time, for real, your energy, for real. Like that's I respect, bro. For sure. It's nice to meet you, brother.
You too.
We out here every Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday and us Wednesday.
Sunday at about 4 o'clock. So
okay, cool. Hey, and stay blessed and this life for the next, y'all.
Too. All right, bro. All right.
He said they from Farmington, Missouri. It's racist as hell down there.
Well, yeah. That's the country. Just to land back on what you said, Ecclesiastes 1. Because he didn't necessarily, he wasn't necessarily able to receive it, but that's okay. Maybe he'll ponder over it. Ecclesiastes 1:9. The thing that have been It is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. There is no new thing under the sun.
Right, so there's no new thing under the sun. So and that includes everything. Spirits. When you say spirits, we talking about your inner being. Because your spirit is just recycled back in the earth. You know? Same way how like trees, you got trees, kingdoms reincarnated, animals reincarnated. You know, how like I tell you in that movie The Lion King, the circle of life. You just keep going. Just keep rotating, rotate.
But as a person though, kind of.
Yeah.
You don't come back as no damn blade of grass.
Right.
They said what? Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new. It hath been already of old time, which was before us. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after.
Right, because you don't remember your past life.
That's right.
I just imagine if you knew your past life, you'd probably go get the Edomite that probably put you to death.
Man.
You know? I'll be on his ass.
I'll be on his ass.
On his ass.
You be on his ass.
I'll be like, shit, where you at?
Right. Oh man. That'll fuck your head up, man.
And when we get those new bodies, Lord gonna open up our mind. How like they show you in that movie, I think that movie Lucy.
Lucy, yeah.
She she had what 100% of her brain, or her, like her mind or whatever.
Yeah.
She accessed 100%. So basically, in a nutshell, she became the Most High. Because she can rewind back time, go back and forth.
Right.
Which that was going off, but we get the message.
Yeah.
You know.
Limitless.
So yeah, you become as a god.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
But I'm gonna say back in their reincarnation, I got a quick precept. It says Matthew 11:13. For all the prophets and the law prophesied unto John. And if ye will receive it, this is Elijah, which was for to come. He that have ears, let him hear. Right. So they said that this was so John the Baptist was Elijah. He was talking about Elijah.
That's right. And there's many people who we believe through the Spirit are somebody else. Now, that's a subject for another lesson, but you got many people where basically the same thing was said. They would receive the keys of the kingdom or whatever sequence of words was put to show that this person basically is the same person that they were in a different part of the Bible.
I'm gonna start at 7. I'm gonna read up. I don't think I hit it the right way. Hit the scripture the right way. So this is Matthew 11:7. And as they departed, Yahushua began to say unto the multitudes concerning John, right? John the Baptist. What went ye out to the wilderness to see? A reed shaken with the wind? But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment? Behold, they that wear soft raiment are in the king's houses. But what went out for to see? A prophet? Yea, I say unto you, and more than a prophet. For this is he of whom it is written. Right? And John the Baptist was written about in the book of Isaiah. It says the one that cried in the wilderness. Right? Brother, you can get that for me. I'm keep reading. Verse 10. For this is he whom of it is written, behold, I send my messenger before thy face, which shall prepare thy way before thee. Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there have not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and violence take it by force. For all the prophets in the law prophesied unto John. And if you receive it, this is Elias, which was for the come. Right, so he said, he specifically told him, hey, John the Baptist is Elijah. It's that simple. He told him John the Baptist is Elijah. You know, he said if you can receive it. You know, so like this was the prophecy. Let's go over to the book of Malachi real fast. You know, I wish the brother would have stayed. I could have broke it down to him more. But this, just real quick. And I'm gonna let you get yours out. Malachi 4 and 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming and the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Right. So he said he's gonna send Elijah the prophet. Now, if you know anything about the scriptures, in the book of 2 Kings, the 2nd chapter, Elijah went up on a chariot. So how is he gonna send Elijah? You know, the Lord said he was gonna send Elijah. You know, what part of I'm gonna send Elijah you don't get? You know, he sent the same man. He sent Elijah. All right. Good.
That's right. It says this is the precept of that one crying in the wilderness. It says Isaiah 40 and 3. So I'm gonna start at verse 1. Comfort ye, my people, saith your power. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem and cry unto her that her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she hath received of the Lord's hand double for all her sins. The voice of him that crieth in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord, make straight in the desert a highway for our power. Right. And the one who was crying in the wilderness was John, who was eating wild honey and locusts. Right? He had the raiment of camel's hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's John. Came in that rough spirit.
Yeah, so wild honey and locusts. That's low food.
Yeah.
Wild honey. You know?
Yeah,
I guess that's what? Protein, carbohydrates.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Honey gives you some minerals too.
Yeah.
It said what? Every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain and hill shall be made low, and the crooked shall be made straight, and the rough places plain. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together, for the mouth of the Lord hath spoken it. And let's see, that was it on that. So this was prophecy, man. This is prophecy. This is spirit of prophecy. Also, too, you know, spirits come back, and the scriptures say what? The spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets. So if you're a prophet, you're gonna come back and prophesy again, and continue to prophesy. We, Lord willing, we be of those men.
Right. Hey, did the prophet see the Lord coming in the area yet? No. No, they didn't. So how did they already get the kingdom? They didn't receive the kingdom yet.
That's right.
No, the Lord didn't make his coming back then. So he brought us back in this life to see him coming, to fulfill his word.
That's right.
You know, because if that wasn't the case, then hey, because you Christians, you make the Most High out to be a liar. You know, and the scriptures say the Lord is not a man that he should lie. This is St. John 1 and 15. It reads, John bare witness of him and cried, saying, this was he of whom I spake. He that cometh after me is preferred before me, for he was before me. And of his fullness have all we received, and grace for grace. For the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Right? So the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Right? So right now we're in the grace period. You know, it's not to It's not to willfully break the law, you know, but you have to keep the law to the best of your ability. It says, verse 18, no man have seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him. And this is the record of John, when the Jews sent priests and Levites to Jerusalem to ask them, who art thou? Right? So they asked him, who are you? He confessed and denied not, but confessed, I am not the anointed. The word there is Christ, but we know this is anointed. Right? We know Yahweh Shah was the anointed. That's right. And they asked him, what then? Art thou Elias? And he said, I am not. Art thou that prophet? And he answered, no. Right? Because he didn't have no form of remembrance of his past life. You know, he wasn't 100% sure. So therefore, if you're not 100% sure, what you gonna say? No. You know, it's all a spiritual thing. You know, but like this is what he said. Says, then said they unto him, who art thou, that we may give an answer to him that sent us? What sayest thou of thyself? Right, so what do you have to say for yourself? Alright, verse 23. He said, I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness. Make straight the way of the Lord, as said the prophet of Isaiah. Right. So he said, I am the voice of the one crying in the wilderness. So we just read that no, it was a prophecy in the book of Isaiah and a prophecy in the book of Malachi, right? And we just read that Yahweh Shah said that if you can't receive it, this is Elias, not Elias, yeah, Elias or Elijah, yeah, to come. You know? So that proves reincarnation. Also, yes, reincarnation is in the scriptures.
Let's see, let me go to that real quick. That's all I have. Malachi 3:1. Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me, and the Lord whom ye seek shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant whom ye delight in. Behold, he shall come, saith the Lord of hosts. But who may abide the day of his coming, and who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire, and like fuller's soap. And he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver. Let me see, I'm going to jump right to the point. Salaki. Oh, that was it. Yeah, Salaki, I read that verse 1. That was it. That was it. Behold, I will send my messenger. He will prepare the way before me, right? That's what it's talking about. John the prophet, John. Because at this point in Malachi, Elijah had already come onto the scene. Because with Elijah, he was after around the time of the kings, Elijah and Elias. Around that time, after Kings and Chronicles and stuff, he was talking about John the Baptist. That's all I had.
Elijah was first mentioned during the time of the book of Kings. 1 Kings, the 17th chapter, said Elijah the Tishbite. Right? And we know that he didn't die the death of a mortal man. He was brought up on a chariot. Right? We know through the spirit of power Yahweh Shah that Abba Bivens is Elijah. Why? Because he paved the way like for the truth. Because at one point in time the truth wasn't even on the earth. Just complete darkness. Complete darkness, the veil. You know, like what is the purpose of a veil? It's to hide, right? You got, you know, like they like you seen like certain movies, like they put the bag over your face.
Like Moses when he came off the mountain. Matter of fact, let me get that. I'm gonna get that. Right. He had the veil on.
How you doing?
What's up, bro? What's going on?
Nice lights?
Yeah.
Right.
How you filming a video?
Yeah. You know you Israelite?
I know I am, according to the Bible.
Yeah, where you from?
Huh?
Say, where you from, bro?
Dominican.
Dominican? Okay.
I know I am according to the Bible, but the Bible's like, I don't know if that shit real or not.
Yeah. Well, we ain't got our signs, but yeah, you be from the tribe of Simeon.
Yeah, I know. Like, I be doing my research and shit. Like, I know. But it's like,
I mean, well, what's not real about it?
I just have like some questions about it. Like, I don't know. Like, some things don't add up and shit. Like, that's the thing. Like, they don't be adding up. Some things. It's like, I don't know. Like, so I just be like, all right. Like, I be into it a lot. Like, you know, like I be into it. Like, I be on YouTube. You know who Sanetta TV is?
Yeah.
Like I be on his channel and shit. So I be seeing both sides. I be seeing both sides and stuff. What made y'all like want to start like filming and stuff?
Oh, well, it's our job. You know, like we gotta push the word. You know, we come out here so y'all can talk to us in person, and we are scrolling through YouTube. Y'all can see our videos because our whole purpose is go to. I think it's Luke 14. Yeah, our whole purpose is to push the word so the word can get out. Because according to the scripture, I don't know if you know or not, but I'm just telling you anyway. Yeah, according to the scripture, this place is gonna be destroyed.
You think right now is the time?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, this is the time.
That's why I be sometimes I believe in it because I be like the prophecies like they do add up sometimes.
It's coming true.
But then again, it's like some shit I don't know, but it's true though. Like
what though?
Like what I question?
Yeah. Yeah, because you know that's our job is to answer.
Right. So it's like I gotta think about it because it's not on the top of the head because there's a lot of things, but like I don't know, but I believe in it. You feel me? Like I believe like the things in it and stuff. But at the same time, it's just like I don't know. Like I always keep an open mind and stuff. Like to like see like you know what it is and stuff. I don't know.
Gotta believe, man. You gotta believe.
Y'all been out here all day?
Oh, you going in slavery. Hey.
You gotta believe, man.
Oh, it ain't you devil.
Hey, like Sanetta, right? Sanetta's Dominican.
Yeah.
It does that thing where, you know, Dominican people don't like to be called black or whatever, which, you know, we get that.
That's just the colorism, though. It's like same thing over here, too. It's like,
a little bit,
it's just colorism.
Right,
colorism. That's what it is.
Right, yeah.
Like, people be telling me, like, oh, you Mexican and shit. Just because of the way I sound and shit. I just be like, you just don't know yourself. Like, you gotta know yourself. Like, the triangular slave trade, it was not only to America. It's like all throughout the Americas.
Exactly.
Right.
A lot of our people don't know that shit.
Including the islands.
Exactly. Including the islands, including South America.
Came to the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Exactly. Brazil got hella
dark skin.
Africans, straight Africans.
Yeah.
But like in other countries, it's different than out here though. It's like it's different everywhere and shit.
Absolutely.
Right.
But I do subscribe to the Israelite thing because like I know it makes sense. It does make sense. It does make sense and shit. Because I was raised Catholic, and I know that shit was all bad. Right? It tells you how he looks in the Bible. So I do not know why I still got the white Jesus up in.
Hey,
white supremacy.
That's what it is. Colorism.
And a picture speaks 1,000 words.
Exactly.
You know, like when you look at like certain like movies like Moses and the Lord, all that, who are the actors? White people.
Right.
You know,
of Christ and shit.
Yeah. So like they socially programming you to accept white people as being above you. You know?
Yesterday I was watching this video on Sanetta. It was talking about the 501c shit.
Yeah, 501c3.
Yeah, and there was something made sense about it because like they be trying to search you up and shit through that. So that's probably what they do. Like they be like, oh, I'm gonna give you this money to the churches, but you cannot talk about this passage. You cannot talk about this passage.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why we don't subscribe to that.
Right.
So like, so this is our church.
Right.
You know, cause
like you don't gotta be in a fucking temple like that.
Yeah. Right, and plus not only that, like we right here in public eye for everybody to see us.
Right.
You know, you don't have to go all the way to the city or.
Y'all be here at the time or like y'all be everywhere?
Right here. Yeah.
Sunday.
I've been seeing some people in the loop sometimes.
Yeah, that was probably us. Yeah. And like if you saw us months ago.
It was months ago. It was like when it was hot when I saw y'all.
Hellas. Like if it was like last year.
Yes.
Yeah, that was us.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was us.
We out here every
I'm
Sunday.
surprised it's just y'all too, cause y'all usually I be mobbing though.
Usually we are deep, but this kind of a one-off camp.
Yeah.
Y'all not protesting?
Nah, we don't.
Well, this is our protest.
Right.
Yeah. Like we not looting and doing
Now, you gotta be doing to protest though.
Huh?
Right.
You gotta be doing to protest.
Right.
But see, the ultimate protest though, we going against this man and his entire system.
The whole
Right.
system.
The whole thing, man.
Right. So y'all don't be any pork then.
No, none of that.
Hell no.
But
Yeah, I might as well go vegan then.
well, that's a good thing if you had a discipline to do that. But
Yeah.
no, every brother don't necessarily have it in.
So what does the Bible say about smoking weed and shit? You're not supposed to? But it's natural though.
I mean, what's
the plant?
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
the plant is natural, but when you start smoking it and it turns into
Fucking up the temple.
yeah, it fucks
Yeah.
the temple.
How about if I eat it?
That's something different.
Technically, that's lawful.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would say because the scriptures even tell you about the herb of the field, like for me. But technically, I wouldn't say. To be honest, I wouldn't say don't mess with it because they add all type of stuff to
Right.
like all these different drugs. But yeah, you're not going off if you do that.
How about mushrooms?
Hell nah, bro.
It's natural too though.
Mushrooms are lawful though. Mushrooms are lawful.
But you say hell not because you don't fuck with it, but it is lawful though.
Yeah, but hey,
A lot of brothers don't like it because
I be trying stuff like
Hey.
that, like I be experimenting and stuff, and they be making me seem something different. Like when I tried mushroom and stuff, like it made me
he's
see
talking about the drug mushroom.
yeah.
Nah, fuck that. Nah,
Yeah.
leave that alone.
He talking shrooms.
He talking about
That
shrooms.
magic
Yeah.
mushrooms.
But it is natural though. You say
but-
hell nah now.
I mean,
You thought I was talking about like mushrooms
yeah, I
and
see
shit.
you.
I mean, like the reason why you take that stuff is like, I
No. I don't try it like that. I try on some experimental shit, like to see, like, okay, like I'll be on some experimental shit. So when I try psychedelics, it made me see like a different side of, like this ain't all. Like it made me see like
Yeah.
this ain't all. Like this ain't it. It was like when I was waking up a little bit, I was trying shit like that.
You don't want to mess with the shrooms,
Yeah.
man.
I like-
because it say what all things lawful are not expedient. So like poison ivy, that's lawful. You can eat that.
Right.
But don't why?
But like, all right. So like the native Indians, right?
Yeah.
They are part of our people, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. So all throughout history and through their things, like through their history, they always use like natural herbs like that to like.
They
heal.
got it. They got that smoking stuff from the East Indians, like the whole, like because the East Indians started off with like that hookah and smoking shit.
Right.
Like so that's where they got it from. Like like the whole Rastafarianism, like with Jamaica, in the islands, Kingston, Jamaica, and all that. Cause like a lot of them talk about Rastafarianism. And Rastafarianism go back to you ever heard of Haile Selassie?
Yeah, he's from Ethiopia.
Yeah. His nationality is he's an East Indian. All right, so
I thought he was Ethiopian.
no he's an Elamite.
He looked just like Nipsey Hussle and shit.
He's an Elamite, bro. Haile Selassie is an Elamite. Like that's where the whole dread thing come from.
Yeah.
Cause like they just dreads just keep twisting up your hair, twist it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really it. No, I see you got dreads. I ain't trying to call you out or nothing.
Right.
But like they really go back to
That's where it comes from. You saying?
yeah, that's where it come from. And like a lot of them was into like smoking and shit like that. Like bro, be honest, bro. Do you smoke now?
No, I got a week without smoking. To be honest, I got a week without smoking.
Okay.
Cause I know I know that shit ain't good. I'm vegan, so I be on some good shit. Like I be trying to take care of my body and shit, but sometimes like smoking is like the only shit. Like smoking weed is like the only shit sometimes. When you stress,
Get your little wine.
that should be giving me headaches and shit.
But just a little bit though. Just a little bit.
It's not the same, but yeah, I know.
Just a little. You gotta give it up.
Shit. Hey, we give you a headache.
No, that never gave me a headache. It just takes away the headache.
Weed, you'll sit there all day and not do shit.
That's why I'm smoking. That's true. That is absolutely true.
It fucks your mind up in that sense.
Yeah, hey,
It makes your mind weak.
Yeah, hey, it makes you slow, bro.
It do. Like you unproductive. Like I go a whole week without doing shit.
Absolutely.
Like yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to stop.
Like you see, like that's why the so-called white man pushed that, like in the music, like he pushed weed in the music, so that's why people can smoke it.
Right.
How like you just submitted yourself, you know, put you in a type.
It's like you forget about everything, basically.
Yeah, you
It's
forget.
like,
you know, you don't want to do nothing. You just want to sit around, play the game, and eat, get fat. You know what I'm saying?
And that shit's fake, like, cause I be writing and shit. So people be like, oh, that shit gave you creative. That shit makes me less creative when I be smoking weed. Because my mind just go blank. So.
Right.
But yeah, that shit, I'm like, yo.
You gotta believe, man. The prophecies are all true, and they come to pass.
You think right now is the time, though? Like right now?
Like, hey, you go in there and read what it say. There should be sedition among men. There'll be, one nation against another nation, rumors of war.
Wait, you know all right, one thing I can do question about it is like, they be saying, okay, only 44,000, 440,000?
Nah, 144,000.
144,000. Okay, so like, see, that's the type of thing that I'll be like, damn. So then,
our wives and our children, you got friends of the prophets too.
And you have 1/3 of Israel.
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm saying, like, that shit, like,
the 144,000 is part of the one. It's part of the 1/3 because get the scripture, Zechariah 13:8, because two-thirds of our people on this side gonna get cut off and die.
that means gonna die, basically.
Yeah. So like, what you see now, like with the whole protest thing, hey, the Most High is not with us doing that, because like our job is to do this, like this whole protest thing. Hey, you could possibly get hurt, get thrown in jail, and they protest and they messing up their own communities and steal it. It's a protest about like what happened.
But I'm saying though, like, but if you looting like
George
Walmart,
Floyd.
Target, shit like that, that's cool though. Walmart and Target, shit like that, that's they shit. I know mom and pop shit, but I'm saying like Walmart and shit.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's cool because it's like that's they?
I don't think it's
fucked
cool.
up though. It's fucked up though.
I understand that's they shit.
Right.
I understand like that's they business and all that. But still though, like you giving the so-called white man a reason to hurt
martial
you.
law and shit. That's what's scaring me right now though. When they bring the army out here and shit.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah, you familiar with the RFID chip?
Yeah, I thought that was like the Corona shit. I mean, not the Corona. Yeah, the Corona shit.
That's the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we gonna read the scripture and then we gonna elaborate. Hey.
It's Zechariah 13:8. It shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts of therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein.
Right.
I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power.
Right. So the name of the Lord, I don't know if you know, but I'm just telling you. So the name of the Lord is Yahweh. The name of his only begotten Son is Yahweh Shah. All right. So those are the names you gotta call on in order to be saved from the shit that's gonna come to this place. All right. So we just read that the 2/3 of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans gonna get cut off. Cause like the average Negro or Hispanic, walking around.
They don't know themselves.
Yeah, they don't know themselves, and they don't care. They don't care to know. You know how many quote unquote black people walk through here, don't say nothing to us, or drive by or whatever. Majority of them don't receive it.
Right.
All right, so that's why the Lord said he gonna cut them off, because it's nothing but death and destruction that's coming to this place, bro. The Lord trying to pull us up out of the destruction. It's like like the Lord stretching out his hand, and like you drowning, you drowning, and somebody trying to save you. You like, nah, you slapped the hand away. What you gonna do? You just gonna let them drown. If they don't want to take your hand, then there's nothing that you can do for them. That's on them, right? Go to
I don't know. I'm ready for whatever though, because it's like I feel like I already died before through the mushrooms and shit. Like, so.
You didn't die, man.
I feel like I did though.
But the mushrooms and shit, they open you up to
spirits.
They open you up to spirits. That's why we say don't mess with it.
So that's why you don't fuck with it. But that's real though. It is real though, right?
It's real.
That's what I'm saying.
That's witchcraft, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, that's witchcraft.
Certain things open you up.
So you against voodoo and all of that stuff?
Hell
Yeah.
Bro, that's you see.
But it is real though, right? Voodoo
It's real.
You see,
It's real.
you watched Star Wars before?
Who?
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just a metaphor I'm gonna use. So you got the good side of the force and what? You got the evil side of the force. But still, nevertheless, both of them is a force. All right. So like this truth is the good side of spirituality.
I thought it was good and bad.
Right. It is good and bad. Nah, I like what this is just good. All right.
The Bible?
Yeah, the Bible is just good. Like
But don't you question it, like where it comes from and stuff?
anything outside the Bible is witchcraft. It's bad. That's left-handed energy. I mean, well, yeah, like I have questioned the Bible, but now I know the truth now. But that's the thing, like you still never answered my question as far as like what do you have a problem with?
Oh, with the Bible?
Yeah.
What is it that I have a problem with? It's like I don't got it on the top of my head, but it's like what is
Like
it?
okay, like you saying like where does the Bible come from?
Right, like that's another problem right there. Like we do not know where it comes from. Like it's all like all put together, like all different. Like how we don't know that the white man ain't write that?
He didn't. Like, hey,
He printed it and everything, so it's like
in slavery, I mean, well, like we go back to like the 1600s because that's when the Bible was written in the English tongue. 1611 by King James. You know King James was a so-called black man.
I thought he was white, but I heard through Sonetta and shit that he was black. But I haven't seen him though.
Yeah, it's actually I got a book. Slug, bro.
What does Salaki mean?
Forgive me.
Forgive me?
Excuse me. It's true because a lot of what they did is a lot of our people, they whitewashed our images, they whitewashed who we were, including the Israelites. So yeah, they reprinted the Bible, yeah, they kept it going, but they tried to, they didn't bring the message out correctly.
Yeah.
They weren't able to decipher and understand it correctly.
Right. You had the slave Bible because the so-called white man know that this Bible true. So like that's why he hid it. That's why you wasn't able to even read in slavery. If they caught you reading the Bible, they'd kill you. You know, so like, you said what? Oh, you on the phone? Okay. Like, so that's why the so-called white man, he didn't give us the truth. You can Google slave Bible. You know?
Is it a different one?
Yeah, it's like majority of the stuff is like majority of the books are taken out. You know what I'm saying?
Apocrypher?
Nah. This is a book. It's called The Negro Question Part 4, The Missing Link.
Okay.
What are y'all talking about?
We Israelites. Yeah, the Bible.
The Bible?
Yeah.
What Bible?
The King James Version Bible.
King James Version?
Yeah, this is just a book that go into King James. I'm gonna read it.
When all is said and done, you gotta believe. That's all. It's evidence out there on different
Wouldn't it be too late already if you believe once it's all said and done?
No, you gotta start now.
Bro,
you gotta believe.
You still got a chance, bro.
Never too late. You can always repent and be saved.
Hope so.
No, serious.
You gotta do it, man.
Because the door is always open. It's only two sins you can't be forgiven for. Blasphemy. And they say, if I looked it up, they say suicide you can be forgiven for, but I don't understand that part.
The scripture don't talk about suicide.
I can show you where they say suicide is forgiven. I'll Google it for you.
Yeah, the only thing is blasphemy that you can't do.
Blasphemy, right.
blasphemy.
That's one sin. But I thought I was coming up, you say, when I was coming, they taught you couldn't be forgiven for suicide, but I learned through Lutherans, that's what showed me that you can be forgiven for suicide.
Absolutely.
I say, how can you commit suicide, but you got to ask for forgiveness after you commit the crime?
Right.
So how can you ask for forgiveness and you dead?
Exactly. Right.
You just did.
Exactly. You can be forgiven for that.
Blasphemy just means lying.
But you shouldn't commit suicide.
Going against the Holy Spirit.
Going against the Holy Spirit. Disrespecting the name of the Most High.
It's like saying like, oh, I don't believe in that. And that means
No,
blasphemy.
cursing the Spirit. Cursing the Holy Spirit. Cursing the Holy Ghost. Blasphemy. You turn into a devil.
if you an Israelite, if you like from one of the 12 tribes, you say you don't believe in the Most High, that's blasphemy.
That's a minor,
Yeah.
That's worse.
You can say you don't believe, but as far as
Because,
cursing,
But if you say
when
like F,
screw this and screw that, and you
Because because if you don't believe in the Most High, you Israelite, you know, you worthy of death.
You cannot talk bad
like
about the Holy Spirit.
you know the name of the Most High and the Son, and you say F, whatever this
screw
and that.
Screw that. You cannot talk bad about the Holy
that'll
Spirit.
get you
You might as well
in a
keep
bad
your mouth shut
situation.
and keep your name, keep your mouth off of him. Mind your own business and study yourself. Because once you do that, you condemn yourself.
That's right.
I just be questioning the Bible, like, 'cause
The Bible is for you to get your own understanding. Don't everybody else get their own. That's why they say take it for yourself. When you go to these churches, when you go to these churches and you see a lot of these people, you don't take them because we all human. We all have faults. What they doing ain't got nothing to do with you because they can be preaching the word, but they are human. They have sins upon themselves. But you don't go there and say, oh, they can't preach to me because they doing this and that. That ain't got nothing to do with it. That's between them and God. But what you do is take the word and create your relationship with God.
Alright, hey bro, what's your name, bro?
Jason.
Jason. Alright, listen, Jason. Hey, that's a spiritual name, bro.
Right or wrong? Am I telling them
I
right?
didn't even know these was in the Bible.
Yeah, Jason in the Bible, bro.
What's that you said?
As a preacher, you still human. Your sins, what you do, like what y'all doing, is great, fine. But ain't nobody perfect. You all do things and stuff like that. But like I tell him, that ain't got nothing to do with him. What y'all do ain't got nothing to do with him. He can't go and say, I don't want to believe because he see y'all doing wrong. Don't let what they do wrong deter you from being
That's right.
connected.
That's right. That's right. That's correct. Yep.
Right. Yeah, I know you just using us as an example,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah.
End of the day, we all men.
Right, we all human.
But you got the perfect word right there.
Right, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you preaching the word, and like I say, what y'all got going, like y'all ain't nobody perfect.
Right.
I'm not slandering y'all nothing, but I was letting him know if he see y'all doing something that's inappropriate, don't let that deter him from believing and following the word.
That's right.
Don't let him see y'all. Don't what you see them do. They preaching, they doing wrong. How they gonna tell me this and that and tell me that and they doing this and that? That ain't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah, hey,
That's
bro.
fine.
Hey, it's all about your own personal relationship with the Most
So I
High.
say you can keep your connection.
Hey,
Don't
but
let them
hey,
stop
Jason.
you.
Hey, listen,
But
bro.
listen to the word,
Yeah,
study the
yeah.
word for yourself for your own understanding.
This is Psalm 68 and 11. That's okay. The Lord gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it.
Right. It says the Lord gave the word. Greatly was the company of those that published it. Like you said, you know.
Wait, what was the company?
It said great was the company of those that published it. Right. So like you had the word Bible comes from the Greek word biblios, which means collection of books.
Right.
Right. So you had different people that wrote different books. You know, the book of Isaiah, the book of Deuteronomy, the book of Jeremiah, Matthew, etc., etc. Right. All right.
I got a question now. Now I remember the question actually. It's about the 12 tribes.
2 Peter 1 and 20. Go
You
ahead.
can go ahead if you want to do that first, but I don't.
What's your question?
It's about the 12 tribes. All right, so you know how you got the 12 tribes, right? And it says that it's by the pedigree, right? The seed of your dad, right?
Right.
Doesn't that confuse people? Like for example, right? Like how do you know like that I am of the Most High? Like
I can tell by your spirit, bro.
right, okay,
Let's
so
get
the
that.
spirit, right? But like, it's a lot of people, right? Like it's a lot of different people, right? Like let's say they're mixed, right? But their dad might be the white one. Like how would you tell the difference?
It all depends on. So like, hold on.
Like let's say if your dad is the white one, right? That means that you're
Right.
European, right?
So like, wait. So you're saying if my dad is a white man, so
Yeah.
you're saying that I would be an Edomite? So
that's what I'm asking,
So you're saying like, how would I differentiate between?
Right, like how would you differentiate between somebody whose mother is white or their dad is white? Like how would you differentiate?
Well, number one, would ask, what's your father?
Right.
Simple question. What's your father? You know, my father's black. My father is Italian, Irish. You know, because then like when you know through history, you know, because none of us can go back. What, 3, 4?
Right, we can't go too far
We
back.
can't go back, you know, because that's why the scripture says.
Man, how does it go?
If I can get it just real quick.
We know by your spirit.
Yeah.
We
So
know.
this is a cat space. So somebody could lie then. Somebody come.
No. We know by your spirit.
A quick precept. It's 1 Timothy 1 and 4. Neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, which minister questions, rather than godly edifying, which is in faith. So do. All right. So I don't know my father's father.
Right.
I don't know that. Why? Because the white man destroyed it. Because he didn't want you to know the truth, like who you are. But through the spirit, you Israelite, I'm Israelite. You know, because it is all about that, you know, like the flavor, the sauce, like how you act, you know, like, you know, quote unquote, they say being black, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, their swag.
Right.
Because, you know, the scriptures even say, like, we are salt.
Oh, I got that.
We are the salt of the earth.
I got that.
Go ahead.
Matthew 5 and 13.
ahead.
Ye the
I start
salt.
believing it sometimes because it be like shit be adding up.
Yeah.
Ye the salt of the earth.
Right. Now salt, like let's say you eating this, like, let's say you eating this food. You put that salt on that food to, like, spice it up, to make it taste better, right?
Right. You eat some rice without salt, that shit nasty.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It said, ye the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted?
Right, so now, like, these Israelites nowadays, they're doing the most degenerate things that you can think of. Committing adultery, being homosexuals. Yeah, like, it's saying, like, the salt lost its savor, right? So now, and salt that's not salty, you know, you can't use it. You know, it's bland. It's still bland. It's not going to do anything. You know, because, like, our people are pretty much dead. You know, they say, you know, you familiar with the Valley of Dry Bones?
Who?
The Valley of Dry Bones, you ever heard of that? Or they say, like, it's the book of Ezekiel, the Valley of Dry Bones. Like, you know how Jake say, how people say, like, oh yeah, she being dry, right? Dry means, like, not lifeful, not full of life.
Right.
Like something that's dehydrated, it don't have water in it. Water is the key element of life. You know?
Yep, that's basically it though. We know through your spirit. And then, you know, as we talk to people more and more, we can kind of decipher what tribe you're from, what nationality you are, to the best of our ability. You know what I'm saying? We can tell that you're Israelite.
You know, so like, what's coming next, yo? Like, you think it's gonna come like this year, like this next 5 years type shit?
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
We was just talking about that.
Bro, I can't see it lasting another.
Cause it's already been too long already. It's already been too long.
Yeah, bro. Hey, it's been tarrying, bro, for hellas. But hey, but just think, hey, if it was to come, we wouldn't have been saved.
If it would have came, if it was to come right now?
Nah, if it was to come like back when I was little, like how old are you, bro?
24.
24. Okay, I'm 25. If it was to come when I was a little kid, I would have been destroyed. Cause like I didn't know the truth. You know? Cause like you understand, like the elect gotta be sealed. 144,000, like you said earlier, gotta be sealed. Then the destruction gonna come.
They gotta be sealed, you said?
Yeah, sealed. Like the name written in our foreheads. Hey, but
By them? By God?
yeah, like the name Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Like that's the name that we teach. But hey, just a quick precept. Then we gonna have something else. It's Romans 8 and 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God, right? The Spirit bears itself witness. You know, because like most Jake, you know, when I say Jake, I'm talking about our people, right? You know, Jacob. You know, that's our forefather, Jacob. You know, we got a zeal for the Most High. We want to know. I see you got a zeal, right? You a zeal. It means a strong liking to. Right, a strong liking to God. You want to know what God is.
Yeah, like I always be
you want to know. You want to know how to get to Him. You want to know the answers, right?
That's right.
I want to know the answers.
Exactly.
Like, yes.
So yeah. So our people got us here. That's the reason why we out here. You know, because like you know through your spirit that you're supposed to be connected to God, right?
And I'm gonna say something that when I was little, and not even little, like even like 4 years ago. No, not even 4 years. Like 4 or 5 years ago. I used to still believe in Catholicism, so I used to always pray to God. But like one reason why I used to believe in God was because every time at nighttime when I used to pray, I go to sleep. Like I'll pray and I go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's why I used to believe in it. But I found out like actually like where Catholicism came from. I was like, oh hell no, like this shit dead.
Right.
But I know it's something. I know it's like what I believe in. Like right now is like I believe it's higher power. Like something created all of this. Like
of course.
But
hey, like I said, you know in your spirit that it's a God, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it got to be like this ain't no man-made shit. Like
yeah, of course. Yeah, like that's in our people's spirit to be connected to the Heavenly Father, because we the same people that made the covenant with Him in Egypt. You know, when we was in Egypt, like through Moses, our forefathers.
So do you believe like it was us, like literally there, like in our spirit, like in different bodies?
Yeah.
We just keep on
reincarnating. Yeah.
Cause like where does deja vu come from? Like I be feeling like that's mad weird. Like deja vu's.
Nah, like deja vu is spiritual.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's hella weird though. Cause I be like the other day I had picked up my cousin and her daughter from the airport. As soon as I got to the crib, like they had said something and like right there I was like, oh, deja vu. Like I had experienced the same moment.
Yeah. Like a lot of times, because the scripture says that, like when you go to sleep, you said like when you go to after you pray, you go to sleep, right?
When I used to pray, yeah.
Okay, so well, you still should. You have to pray.
I meditate.
Yeah.
Pray too.
Yeah, you got to pray to the Heavenly Father too.
Precept.
Go ahead, bro.
It's Ecclesiastes 1:11. It said there is no remembrance of former things. So in the past life you don't remember it, but it might.
Where is that at?
Ecclesiastes 1:11.
Dang, no remember. Dang, that's
There is
crazy.
no remembrance of former things.
All right, it's no remembrance of former things that you did in your past life. Like you might have like a quote unquote a dream, and then the dream come true. You know, and that's pretty much what deja vu is. You know, like you have like a dream and you don't remember the dream until you actually get there in person. Then you are like something about this seems familiar. You know, deja vu is pretty much your current life. You know.
Neither shall there be.
So is it your dreams when that shit happens? I be like, where did I experience this at? I be like, I ain't never know.
Could have been in the it could have been in the past life though.
Yeah.
But you don't.
It could have been because it's like this same life. It's like the exact same moment. Like everything right here.
Yeah, the spirit is energy. So energy never dies. It just keeps being put in a different piece of flesh.
Like that's what I was saying. Like you dream something. And you'll forget about the dream.
That makes sense.
And then you'll go there and then like I've seen this before.
Yeah.
Because like it's in your subconscious mind.
Right.
It's something about it seems familiar. But it's a quick precept. It's Job 33:15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, right? When deep sleep falleth upon men and slumberance upon the bed, right? He opened the ears of men and sealed their instructions. Right. So like when you sleep, the Lord programmed you to do certain things, you know? Like that could have been the Lord telling you that you was gonna meet this, you know, you said the airport, right? Whatever, you know? It's certain dreams that I done had that came true. Yeah, like I done been in a place, I'm like, something about this seemed familiar, and I had a dream about this, you know?
Where y'all be at? Like y'all be always be here, like
Yeah.
can I follow y'all somewhere like YouTube or Instagram, whatever?
Yeah. Hey, did you put together a page yet?
I don't know about now, but we're GMS St. Louis.
I heard of GMS, but I ain't never know. Like
With GMS St. Louis. Yeah, we get a bad name sometimes, but
well, I got a question though too about like Israelites and stuff. Like, why is it so divided? Like, if we all on the same stuff, why is all the camps so divided?
why is it so divided? Because there was some men split up because there was some disagreements of things that were not in the scriptures, and it's just little petty shit. But it's basically that's part of who we are as people. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? We're kind of divided, and it was just divisions and disagreements, and men split up.
Cause I feel like that could like cause other people not to be like yo, like how I'm supposed to be with y'all if y'all not even with y'all.
But the thing is the doctrine, right?
Right.
Because even in certain quote unquote Christian beliefs, it's
All divided.
it's diversity, right? You got Lutherans, you got Catholics, you got Christians, you got non-denominated, you got Presbyterian. You see that? You got Methodists.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like this, it should be different with this because it's like okay.
But hey, even amongst the truth, just because you an Israelite, that don't mean that you got the truth. Because there's a lot of people out here that know that they're Israelites.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I looked it up, but I didn't find y'all. GMS all together?
GMS space St.
On YouTube or Instagram?
That's GMS St. Louis. And they just deleted our and then they subscribe to your brother GMS Alliance Wealth. That's the head of our camp. And then we got different brothers in Great Mills.
That's that right there, right?
Yes, sir. Yep. Subscribe on, and we do lessons and stuff and follow. And brothers out. The main camp, we're kind of a side camp. The main camp is out here Sunday around 4 p.m.
Every Sunday?
Every Sunday.
Yeah, I was about to tell somebody named that he was an Israelite. Like he was the first one to put me onto this, and it was like when I was working in a job, he was like, you know you're Israelite, right? And I was like, I never know what that was, but his name is Simeon.
Okay.
You know anybody by that name? Yeah, he's Israelite. I don't know what camp though.
Right, but like I said before, there's a lot of people out here that know that they're Israelites.
Right.
A lot of people know, but just because you know you're Israelite, that don't mean that the Lord is dealing with you though.
All right, it's just like me right now. Like I know, like according to the Bible, I am, but it's like the Lord might see me. He might just be like, shit, like I'm not following everything, so I'm not one of them.
Hey, but that's
right
the thing
now.
though. Like the Lord stretching out His hand to you though.
Right.
So you can follow Him.
Right.
So it's just up to Him if.
That's why you ran into us.
Yeah. Now, like you said, hey, everything happened for a reason, right?
That's right.
Hey.
That's crazy. I was at the crib and I was like, let me go downtown and see if there's any protests and stuff, just to see what's
Yeah,
up.
and you found some protesters.
That's right. That's right.
You found this.
Word.
Ain't it spiritual?
Here's one last precept for you before you go. Amos 3:3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? And the answer is no. You know what I'm saying? You got two people.
Oh, you saying can two walk together and not disagree, or
Except they be agreed.
Right.
except they be agreed?
Can you walk together unless we're agreed? Like, man,
Yeah.
can we
Right,
preach
y'all
together?
can't walk together if y'all don't agree.
That's what
That's
I'm
why I lost a
saying.
lot of friends, because y'all, I be like, shit, y'all not on the same shit I am, so
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You know, hey, most of our friends in the world, we don't even talk to them.
Right.
You know, I mean, yeah, it's no beef or nothing.
Right, just like-
it's just like y'all minds is lost in the sauce. I'm on the spiritual path.
That's right.
You know, hey, and your spiritual path is with you and you alone.
Oh,
Right.
ooh, that's
You know?
last one.
Right. That's between you and the Most High. You know, like you got even brothers in the truth. Like my path is different from this brother's path because we are individuals. We are different. See what I'm saying?
That's Philippians 2:12. It said, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Right. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Right. So we believe in this truth. We teach the Bible. So us as an individual can get saved. You know, because this brother can't save me. I can't save this brother.
Right.
Or none of the brothers. The brother has to believe for themselves. That's why the scripture says, "Be fully persuaded in your own mind."
That's right.
And you get that one also. And I'm gonna quote something.
Yep, Romans 14:5.
Uh-huh.
One man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Yet let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind.
Right, fully persuaded in his truth. You know, like you can't make somebody believe the truth. Like just saying you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You know, so like you have to believe this 100% in your mind. Hey, if your heart not into something, you're not gonna do it.
Right.
You know, because you don't see no point. You know, you don't have that drive to do so. But hey, I'm all in this. You know, hey, it's either this or nothing. Cause like, bro, look around. You know, it's shit dead.
Shit
It's
dead.
dead, bro.
Literally.
You know, like it's shit about to go down. Like our people, look at the state of our people, smoking on crack, you know, drugs, alcoholics, prostitutes, homosexuals.
That's our situation though. I feel like it's like the situation right now. How it is. We got brought here. Some of us don't even got an option. So
Yeah, hey, but look, that's the
it's like an excuse. You saying like that's an excuse?
no. I mean, it's not an excuse because the Lord cursed our people. You know, but it's from what we did because we didn't follow the Lord, the law, statutes, and commandments. You can go to Deuteronomy 15. Right, because we didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. So that's why the Lord allowed all these curses to come upon us. Because, like, you break the law, same how, like, you run a red light or something, or you murder somebody, there's consequences for that. The same way with the Heavenly Father. The Heavenly Father got laws and stuff that you gotta abide by. You know? Hey, He was the one that created the laws of the land. You know, it came from Him first.
That's right.
Right?
Deuteronomy 20:15. But it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All right, so all these curses shall come upon thee. All right, read.
Curses shall thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Where we at now? We in the city, right? So like, yeah, like cop can come up here and harass us and for no reason. You know, why? Because they got the power for that. You know, you saw what happened to George Floyd. You know, right there in the middle of the street, knee on the neck, dead. You know, Trayvon Martin. You know, a majority of our people. Good.
Curses shall be thy basket in thy store.
And thy what?
In thy store.
Thy what?
Thy store.
Thy store.
Our basket in our store.
Yeah, your basket. You know, because in the ancient world, you know, you pick fruit and vegetables out of your vineyard, your garden, and take it to your house and make food or whatever. But now we got to go to them for food.
Right.
Like
we can't cook our own shit. We can't grow our own shit.
Right. Some of us do grow it, but at the end of the day, it's still probably GMO.
And not majority though.
Yeah. It's not all of us. Like we got we got all our stuff together.
Right.
You know, because like, hey, Israel is, hey, how like they tell you in the military, one team, one fight. So we all have to be on one accord. It ain't no, well, you a Muslim, but you know, we just black or whatever. We gonna go and fight the white man or whatever. Nah, that shit ain't gonna work. Right. You have to turn back to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, all of us. Black, Hispanic, Native Americans. That's the only way how we gonna get up out of this hell.
That's right.
If we turn back to the Lord. Go ahead.
It's 8 o'clock. But curses shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep.
Right. So like the fruit of the body, you know, like, just be honest, but I'm not trying to judge you, but do you eat pork?
Well, I'm vegan.
Are you vegan? Okay. Yeah.
Smart.
You did say that. How people eat all that bullshit? You know, pork, chitlins.
I used to love that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's like our first met, he was showing me a video about the pork. I was like, I can't stop. I love pork. I can't do it. 3 years later, I was like, shit, I should be vegan.
Yeah.
But it's like, I feel like everybody got their time though. Like, you know, like everybody got their time for it.
Like their time
We've all enjoyed it.
To take mind and like actually be like, okay, I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm not supposed to be eating this. Like,
yeah, that's the grace period.
Exactly.
Because like you go to church, bro, they have pork there right there for you to eat.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Crazy. But I'm about to dip though, and it was good talking to y'all. I'll probably see y'all around though, cause
bro.
Now I know y'all here on on Sundays at 4, so.
Yeah, Sundays and Wednesdays.
Sunday and Wednesday.
Yeah, because today Wednesday, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Y'all be safe. I'm out.
All right,
All right,
too,
man.
bro.
Good to talk to you. Shalom.
Yeah, that was a real good brother. You know?
Lord willing, he puts his mind, becomes fully persuaded.
Yep. I believe that he will. Yeah, I believe that he will. Lord willing. Yeah, so we'll wrap it up. So with that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Hey, we want to say double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone as well. Hey, it's a good camp. And we want to say shalom and the Bible ball.
Bible ball.